Hello, my Gemini family. How you doing? How is this Virgo season is treating you so far? Welcome to Mark.after me. This is Tru, your life coach and tarot reading, and today we are going to be touching what is gonna happen to you, or what is the theme of this month for you. Just inform you a little bit. If you're new, this is going to be a tarot reading for you. I pull out already 2 cards from astrology. And I always end up with a little bit of sentence with the life coaching, with the spiritual journey, like a legendary affirmation card, okay? From the beginning, just a little disclaimer. Remember that you always have a free will to decide what you really want to do in the future. This is just a little sight, a little guidance that you can take it or you can leave it, okay? And that's it. So just please subscribe, like this video, and we're gonna start to see what's gonna be with you. First of all, my lovely Gemini. You have a nice overall message. The Lovers, which is going to be your card, which is pretty accurate. So we have the Lovers over here. That is saying, you know, you have a choice. And, well, I normally don't do love reading, but it's been naturally coming for some of you guys. And already, for you Gemini, I think some relationship is coming, something that is already is a relationship, is going more bonding, but you're quite burnt out. And I probably think that this relationship or this feeling of choice, because you have so many choices. Okay, I'm gonna just recap. You are one of the sign that you like all and everything more than nothing. Like, you like to have choices, you like to try everything. So what actually happened is quite like a struggle. You're working so hard, or you're being like in a point of view, in an emotional state that you reach that kind of I'm burnt out, I'm tired, I'm in defensive mood and all that stuff. But in controversy, you have the Lovers. Let me see what is actually the center of the reading, but because this can be a relationship that you are already burnt out. You feel like, I am done with this, and not in the bad way. I'm like, I need to refresh this relationship, because in the way that it's going right now, I'm not feeling it. Just remember that we have the full moon in Pisces, and have behind it couple of things with Venus and couple of things with Mars that all overall is create frustration, because you're gonna have some opposition with the sun and the moon, if I am not wrong. Both of them are going to be an opposite. Then we're going to have opposition with the sun and some planets in retrograde within Capricorn, which is going to be Jupiter, Saturn, and I think, yes, Jupiter and Saturn, we're going to have that kind of conflict too. And all of that, even if it's a squaring and opposition, is going to create a delays, and it's going to create a slow transition or a slow change, which for you and all air signs and probably for all of our fire signs too is quite not likely pleasant. And I think in a general base, you're able to adapt yourself really easy. So I totally advise to do a reflection about the relationship that you have already, and find out the choices of what you can do to have this relationship in the next state, or in the next level. Or if you have to, just remove it and see what actually happened for the next one. I'm gonna see what is in the center, but I think it's a pretty emotional relationship. Probably would be like a partner or maybe a family member. The 3 of Cups. You are already celebrating. In the center of everything of the energy, you are pretty happy with it. Like, it's quite controversial. Let me just see the crossover, because right now here you have like conflict between these two. Was a blessed to have this relationship, but passing over the years, you are like, I need to change something. I need to change my perspective probably. And at some point right now, you're super happy and you are grateful and you're celebrating this relationship, and which is going to say there's a very positive way. But the challenge is the King of Cups. Yeah. Wait. The King of Cups is all about artistry too, and projects, and, you know, all the intuition and engaging with your emotions, which Gemini, at some point you struggle to put your thoughts and emotions, and you are really good sometimes to detach it, to like, hey, yeah, that done. That's what I think, that's what I feel, and that's what I wanted to do. Not all of us can do it. Here, guilty, but you are able to do it. But if the amount of emotions are really heavy, you don't know how to manage it. You know, but you are like, oh, I feel so uncomfortable doing it. So I think it's a lot of cups here. Is 1 and 2 cups already, and then you have the lovers. I think at some point the struggle is your own emotions. So the struggle is to manage your own emotions regarding with this relationship, or how many options you're gonna get from manage your own emotions. Why you are there? This is getting really interesting because it's quite opposite message what I'm getting on the same time, which has never happened. I'm learning to. I like it. Why you are there? The 4 of Swords. You are being reflecting. You are being having that kind of peace of mind and recovery. Probably now the why you are celebrating and why you're saying, okay, it's quite challenging for me in emotions because I am accepting what I feel with this person. I am assuming and I am embracing what I'm actually feeling for this person. Because before I was just like, yes, engaging, happening, like living in the moment and just let's see the next. Now you are going into quite more in depth. And when you go in depth, it's nice to say why you are there. It's because you are recovering. You was in a position of, okay, I am already thinking about it. I just take time for myself, just like shut down, think, peace. You was more mind. I wasn't aimed like meditation. You was like in a position to say, I need to take care of this, but I need to be calm. And I like it because the 4 of Swords is a rest mind, which is going to say that you are quite more calm and related in emotions when you think about it. Because when you are actually have that kind of feeling that your emotions are getting taken over, your thoughts get overwhelmed. But it's good that right now you say, okay, I'm just getting into the movement to express my feelings, and on the same time talk about my logistic and talk about in that kind of channel I'm getting connected. I think that is going to be one of the meanings of it. I really like this because it's a conflict between your relationship with someone and your own relationship with your own emotions, which most of the time all of human beings have that conflict. Some of us, it's more easy for us to express our emotions, but other people are like more embarrassing or feel quite like more lower if they are gonna open to how they feel, what they think about their emotions. It's kind of like a thin line. In the front of your mind, in the death, whoa la la, you really want to let it go something. I think between this relationship that you have right now, between you and the person that you have, it's something. It's really small thing. It's something that you really want to let go. At some point, you want to let go maybe jealousy, or you let go insecurity, or you want to let go something that are not letting you to get this King of Cups. You know what I mean? I hope that you follow what I'm cooking. The King of Cups is there to say you need to master your emotions at some point and connect your intuition and your guts, and also connect and bond with another person with another level. So for that reason, in the front of your mind, you're like, okay, what I'm thinking right now is I need to take it off this. I need to move out and move all the scarcity mindset that I have, the insecurity that I have for myself, the insecurity that I have for another people, the mindset that is not letting me to connect and bond with this person. Even if I've been years with him or with her, I do not allow myself to bond too much because of this. This is absolutely something that you need to think about it, but I think it's something in the front of your mind. Let me see what you left behind. You literally met him or met her, like this kind of encounter, or you know, the 2 of Cups is kind of like a soulmate relationship, but on the same time, I do not think is a soulmate 100%. What I do think at this period of butterflies in the brain, butterflies in the guts, or this kind of honeymoon time, there's this kind of encountering, I think that passed over. As it's gone time ago. And I think that's why, because it's gone, you had accumulated certain things that you didn't speak to him directly or to her, you didn't like share with your partner at some point, and you get burned out because you're getting so much information, you're getting so much actions from this person that you say, okay, I need to have a choice, I need to leave something behind. But you left behind that kind of first encounter, that kind of first dinner hours, a daytime. It's beautiful. At some point it's saying that with you connected with that person, you gave something, you gave emotions, you gave big part of yourself, which is beautiful. Is not everybody do it, I have to say, and very brave that you do, you know, or you did in that moment. But you have that peace of mind. You're like, I'm very clear right now, I have a little bit more clarity, I need to leave something behind, and I know that this relationship is not what it was. That's what more or less what I can say so far. But in the near future, you have the Two of Swords, yeah. Is a conflict between your emotions and your thinking. This is pretty thinking. The Two of Swords is stagnation. Is women, if you see the lady is absolutely blind, she doesn't want to look up for anything else. What she wants to is go internal. What she wants to go is like, I need to see what's going on. I need to reflect myself. I need to sit down and say, what am I? And where am I going? And what I want to do? And what is the direction that I'm going to take? What this situation, what this relationship is giving to me is what it is. So at some point, the relationship with the partner that you have or the family member, because I forgot to say, but this can be a family member too. And even if you have the Two of Cups, can be a soul connection, can be a sister, can be like a really deep one. But you know, relationships need effort and need a lot of time. And sometimes it's not what is we expected or it's not what we desire. That's something that we need to be realistic. But you have in the future the Two of Swords, which is you are saying, I am not going to make any decision. I know that I have a lot of choices. I overwhelmed right now. I'm burnt out. I need to take it back. Which I think is the best decision that you can do, is think about yourself. Don't make any decision yet. And I think that these Two Swords is related with Venus opposite, doing a square, with the beautiful Jupiter and the beautiful Saturn. Both of them, even if one is from abundance and the other one is quite more delays as a Saturn it is, when you have a squaring with what you desire about love or what you desire about love and relationship and money, all is a delay. So I think that the best is for you to don't force the situation and rest and take it back and think about it. Think about what you really want to get for this relationship. What do you really want to, how much you can bond with another person. I'm not saying you have to break that relationship, not even with a family or partner, but probably you can change the perspective and see how much you are engaging with this relationship and how much you are giving, and if it equals to the amount of thing that you're getting back. You know what I mean? So the advice is the Seven of Cups. You got options. You have options and emotional options. And I really like it because when you are sitting down thinking about it and don't do nothing, you are actually checking out all the emotional state that you have, all the feelings that you got, what is the past, what the position right now, actual, what is going to be the present, what do I want. So before I do the next step, that you do the next step, you are thinking, okay, I have so many options. Don't get dreamy either, because this is quite Neptune energy, which is saying, oh yeah, you know, it's quite not grounded 100%. So don't follow 100% this. Follow your thoughts and engage with your emotional options. This is what we say. So how do I feel? What do I want to feel? What do I want to get for this relationship? Should I feel protected? I feel engaged. This person is stimulate me mentally. You know what I mean? So this is quite interesting because I think it's a dialogue, more internal dialogue and reflection of what do you want to get from this relationship and how you are going to manage to don't get burnout or don't throw away all what you work with this relationship, which is another point as well. So how other people see you or the environment, and probably is the Four of Pentacles. I would not read this as a materialistic thing. I would read this one as a spiritual thing. And I it's a similarity between the Nine of Wands, which is holding the one, saying this is mine. And if you see the Four of Pentacles is something similar. So say, for me, one big of the part of it is the Four of Pentacles is there to say, keep the things to yourself. So the environment, what you are right now, is tight. It's saying how I can, like, rebalance yourself. It's telling you don't share too much. It's telling you don't go out and extend yourself and give without think about a little bit in yourself first. So when you have the Four of Pentacles in environment as well, is probably the person that you are right now. He is not able to share too much. Maybe at some point he's able to share with you, but is he or she or the family member is thinking more, oh, I really just don't want to share right now. I prefer to keep things to myself. I prefer to build my own things, and then if I need you, I will ask you. But right now, the environment is everything telling you, don't go to find out outside what's going on. Going in, go within, go inside. Because sometimes we have this, we want to people telling us what we have to do, and at the end we have to sit down, clear out everything and say, okay, what I have to do is this. Okay, cool, this is the first step. Okay, so the Ace of Cups. Look, this is the hopes and fears. For whatever reason, how the reading is going, when I see is a Nine of Wands at the beginning, when it's a burnout, I do not think this is a hope. I think it's a fear. You are afraid to lose this person, and probably afraid to don't be with this person as before, or don't have the same engagement as before, because at some point you don't know if you're gonna have another relationship like that, or you are going to connect with another person as how you bonded with this family member. You are in a stage of fear, probably, because I do not think that this is absolutely a hope. As how I'm seeing this stuff, you are afraid to let go things, to impact this relationship that you're being nourishing, or you're being engaging, even if it's a friend, even if it's a, if it's your marriage, or for the husband, wife. I think, I feel that you have a huge perception of fear of abandonment. I don't know why that comment like this, but come up to my head that word, because when you have the position of Two of Swords in the future, and you have left behind that kind of meeting of exchanging emotions, and you feel that it's not rewarding, and you have to come back and retreat yourself, it's a big part of it. You don't want to make any decision yet, because one, you probably are not ready, which is absolutely fine, and second would be a really big baggage of fear of have this abandoned feeling that someone left you behind, which is absolutely understandable. Let me see what's in the outcome. You have the Two of Pentacles. You're juggling. Yeah, you're juggling, and I do not think this is going to be juggling about material world. I think you are juggling and struggling. Struggling, I don't know if you can see it. You can see over here like a little boat, and it's, the waves are not particularly straight. It's confrontational. It's blue behind too. It's an emotional state. It's feelings run over, up and down. And I'm gonna pull out, I normally don't, but I'm gonna pull out some of a clarification, because I think at some point you're getting tight in this situation and you're juggling. You're like, whoa, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I have to say something. Not all depend on you, and not all it depends is what you do. The other person have to do something. And if you feel they're juggling, it's because you're putting all the effort and all the responsibility in your hands, which shouldn't be. The other person have to do the 50% of the work too. And where you go. We have the moon, yeah. I'm totally get it. The moon is confusion, emotional confusion. You have the full moon in Pisces, which I think is going to affect you too. But I think at some point you need to rest. Like, you need to stop demand so much of yourself, because the moon is telling you emotions, thinking about yourself, nurturing. Plus is very Cancer energy, which is you need to put yourself in the root. What grounded, what is your values, what do you need? So I do think that in the position that you're juggling, where you're like, okay, I don't want to lose this person, I don't know what to do, and I feel if I do something, or I sleep it out, or I do something very small, that person is gonna go, that person is gonna change, that person is going to like do something, and all of this beautiful relationship that we have will be gone. I feel at some point with the Ace of Cups, you have that kind of fear that this is not gonna happen again. And I'm telling you, that will happen again. What I'm saying is, you will be loved anytime. You are not a person unloved. You know what I mean? If you follow fears, you will believe that fears. And that is the problem. But when you got the juggling and then you have the moon, I would say take that 50% of the chance and think about yourself. I think at this point you are getting an emotional conflict, an emotional, like, think about like this. You are in another planet, you are in another state of mind, and you don't know what you have to do. You know what I mean? You don't know how to manage these things, because you are never being in such a state of emotional intensity that you don't know what to do. And it's absolutely fine. What I'm trying to say here is, just give it a little bit more for yourself. Think about that you did what you could, and right now it's time for draw a line and say, that is going to be what I can do, and that is what another person should be doing or not is out of my control. So when you get out of the juggling thing, will be way much better for you. Will be absolutely way much better. Yeah. Will be absolutely way much better for you, to the mental health, for your clarity, for your peace. And also you have the Nine of Wands all the way in the bottom of the deck. That can be energetic from Sagittarius, Leo, more Sagittarius. That probably is that the energy that is conflicting you, is your opposite. But anyway, don't hesitate. All of this reading is just a guidance. I will say to you, now that I see the Two of Pentacles, don't get into juggling and don't get in that fear, and don't feed that relationship with fear. Don't follow because you think that you have to follow just in case this person, is gonna leave. Stick with your boundaries and stick with your own values. That's one of the things that I can say here. Because it's quite intense, because you have a conflict, really conflict internal towards the relationship with this person that probably is not clear, because the moon is saying there's no clarity enough. However, I'm gonna just now take the astrology cards. Let's see what's going on in astrology perspective, and if that resonate with you, please comment below. If you feel the fears is eating you up, breathe in and breathe out. Try to meditate how much you can. Try to walk in nature. Try as well to breathe, because all air signs need to breathe, because they go in their thoughts really easy. So you need to come back and breathe and be mindful and be present, okay? That's one of the things that I can say to you. So you have Venus and the second house, that is the assets. Venus, what you love, what you craving, I can't describe too much, because we was talking about love, and that reassurance, and that absolutely telling me that this is a love reading. This is totally a love reading. That is all about the other person and how much you are like confused about this relationship. And Venus say all about harmony, romance, charm, receiving, sensuality, luxury. Venus talk about the relationships, about money and love, and all of what we see that is a beauty. But then we have the second house, is the assets, is the material world, the possession, the finance, the wardrobe, the luxuries. And I do think at some point, and also have talent and values, what we're talking about values. And I think at some point, we need to understand that we need to have our own values and our own boundaries. And I think the second house, even if he's talking about finance and work, well, not even work too much, but more the material world and what we worth, I think it's time for you to know your worth. I think it's time for you to sit down and don't feel that you are unlovable, or if this relationship is make you feel unlovable, that's not true at all. Or if you think that this relationship is the only one who can provide you love, you are wrong as well. There's a lot of people out there. You only need to allow to let go the fears, and I think at that point, this is what the let go, and that is Pluto energy, and that is saying destroy the fears that is around with this relationship, unless what that means. Fears, if you have to let the person go, you have to let the person go. Nothing is gonna happen. Yeah, pain is gonna come, but you are not gonna be, you're not guilty about it. It's not your fault 100%. If that person is gonna make you feel that is your fault. Because I think, and as well, I don't know, I feel super upset at some point, because I think the person that you are, or the thinker that you are, or whatever they think you are, it's disturbing your emotional state, and it's not easing your emotional balance for whatever reason. Maybe I'm wrong, just thinking. The spiritual, all my dreams are now becoming reality. That would be the empowered sentence for you, and the affirmation that you can get, and then you can write it down anywhere. Any single time that your dreams, and I will not say all dreams, I would say all my life becoming a reality. I would say all my purpose are now becoming to my reality. I would put that myself first, as I meant. I will bring back the power to me, rather than give power to another person. And I think now that we are talking about this relationship, this thing, we step out to say, okay, if you are in the second, you are in the, Two of Swords, which is thinking about, I make a decision and thinking about myself, I think it's time for you especially to think about your dreams, your goals, what do you want to achieve, what you are going, and put it aside this 50% of relationship the other person should be doing, because you are putting a lot of effort right now. It's time to put the other 50% of the time for you, for your studies, your mindset, your mindfulness, your courses, whatever that you really wanted, to be honest. You can put it aside. You put it aside, then you say, okay, I need to focus on this, and you will see that the balance coming into your life again. So remember, all my dreams are now becoming a reality. Okay, that was quite intense, I have to say, my Gemini people. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I am Tru, this is Mark.after me. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. If you want more information, everything is in the description below. And I don't know, see you in the next time, my Gemini people. Keep safe, keep alive, and thank you so much. Bye bye.